Patrol 911.
Someone's trying to break into my house.
What city are you in? St. Paul?
I'm in St. Paul.
Hang on just a second. What address are you at?
1794.
1794 what?
911, emergency.
Stay with
1794. Minnehaha Avenue.
Minnehaha. Someone's trying west? Somebody's trying to break in her house.
Okay, what phone number are you calling from?
Well, I don't know where she went there. 651-494-4876.
You know who is Minnehaha, east or west?
West, I believe. It's coming in off the west side. And I think she said west.
All right, we'll try to give her a call back.
Thanks.
Thanks.
On Sunday, April 25th, 2010, at 6:31 and 54 seconds a.m., 911 dispatch received a frantic call from Heidi Firkus at her residence on Minnehaha Avenue West in St. Paul, Minnesota. She reported a break-in in progress, but before she could provide her address, a gunshot rang out, silencing her plea for help. Despite the dispatcher's attempts to reach her, Heidi's phone went unanswered. Moments later, a call came in from her husband, Nicholas Firkus, who was emotionally distraught. He claimed that intruders had broken into their home and shot both him and Heidi as they tried to escape. When police arrived at the scene, they discovered an open front door, the smell of gunpowder, and Heidi Firkus lying lifeless in the kitchen. Nicholas, wounded in his leg, clung to the phone, desperately seeking assistance. As the investigation began, Nicholas Firkus provided a statement recounting the terrifying moments when he and Heidi tried to flee from their attackers. The details were scarce, with no clear description of the suspects except for the mention of a hood. Join us as we unravel the chilling true crime story surrounding the death of Heidi Firkus, exploring the dark secrets, unanswered questions, and the quest for justice in this haunting case. Interrogation Files presents The Lies of Nicholas Firkus.
Yes, I'll cover that right away. So, if you start coming here and grab a seat, I don't know which one do you want. You want the low one or the high one? Or?
We'll go the high one.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You want anything to drink or anything? Or?
I think he's working on just a bit of water for me.
All right.
Just, there you go. I'll just put him right here, okay?
Yeah, make all this shit here. You give me any pain meds?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Nick, I'm Sergeant Gray. The other gentleman was Sergeant Wright.
Okay.
We're both
You said it was gray.
gray, like the color, and then Sergeant Wright, WR. Yeah, right and wrong, yeah. He's WRIGHT, so. All right. Nick, this is, like I said, there's a lot of things we're going to try and cover here, but, there's a lot of things we're trying to do here at the same time, so.
Yeah, I understand.
Jimmy Gray? Okay, yep. So anyways, this is a medical release form to get copies of your medical records for the treatment today at Regents Hospital. So I should probably just put 425 to 425 since you were discharged today. This is just saying that you give us permission to get copies of your medical records for today for the treatment that they did over there at Regents Hospital. All right. All right. And then let me just get some of this other stuff out of the way here, just particular information. So it's Nicholas.
Yes.
And then it's James.
Yes.
And the last name is Firkus.
That's correct.
Okay. And your date of birth is 2/25 of 83.
That's correct.
All right. And then you live at 1794 West Minnehaha.
Yes.
Which is an old house.
Yes, sir.
And do you have a home phone there?
We don't have a landline, no.
Okay, so no. And your cell phone?
612.
612. Okay. And do you have any other numbers, like a work cell or anything like that?
I do. It's work cell. Just 651.
651. All right. Any other numbers?
Oh, you mean my work desk number, but well,
So you
historically I'm never there, but I'm
Okay.
sure it will be now.
So your work number is
612.
Yep. And those are the three numbers to get a hold of you at?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And then do you have your cell phones right now, or are they still out there at the house?
They're at my house right now.
Okay. So they're at the house. All right. All right. And then Heidi's your wife?
Heidi's my wife, yeah.
Okay. And her middle name?
Marie.
And then same last name?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You remember her date of birth?
12/15/84. I'm sorry, 12/14/84.
12/14. All right.
Oops.
Oh, that's all right. And then, does she have a cell phone number?
Yeah, so it's 651.
And does she have a work cell phone too, or
No.
does she have a work phone number?
She does. I don't have it off the top of my head.
Oh, that's fine. Where does she work at?
Security and financial, just down the road here.
Security and financial?
Security and
Oh, Security.
Yeah.
So SCU.
SCURIAN.
Security and financial?
Yep.
What does she do there?
She's court clerk.
Yep.
Thank
Here you go, Nick.
You want to give this to Sergeant Ray real quick?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks. All right. Okay, and then where do you work at?
We're going to company called Crew 2 Solutions.
Crew 2 Solutions.
It's my family's business.
Your family's business?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who runs that?
My dad, uncle, aunt, and their cousin.
All right, so you got dad, uncle, aunt, and cousin.
Aunt and uncle are married.
All right. And what's dad's name?
Steve.
Same last name?
Yes, sir.
Firkus. Okay. And uncle is?
Doug. Firkus. Denise Firkus. And Perry Firkus.
Okay. Where do you guys run that business out of?
It's on 2650 Minnehaha Avenue
West?
No, it's in Minneapolis.
Oh, okay. North, south, east, west?
You know, I don't know if it's got an east or west deal to it. So,
All right. So Minnehaha Avenue, Minneapolis?
yeah, 55406.
55406. All right. All right. What we're going to try and do here, Nick, is, like I said, I'm just going to try and, I know this is a very traumatic situation, okay? And I'm just going to try and ease into it, okay? So what I'd like to do is just try to kind of backtrack a little bit, try and go back maybe 24 hours or so.
Yeah.
We can start on Saturday.
Okay.
All right. What time did you wake up on Saturday morning?
I think we got up around 10 a.m.
10 a.m.? Okay. You both woke up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now, your bedroom's where in the house?
It's upstairs in the back, so it's the south side of the house.
So it's upstairs. South side. So it kind of faces the alley then?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. And then what did you guys do after you woke up?
My wife kind of hung out in bed. I went to the Grandview Grill and bought us breakfast.
So it's the Grandview Grill. And you brought it back to the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got breakfast in bed.
Okay. All right. So after that happened, what did you guys do next then?
No, I didn't. My wife, I went to REI to pick up a sleeping bag that I bought for my wife.
All right. So you get a sleeping bag?
And then my wife was meeting a friend at our house because they were going to go to the Mall of America for some spring shopping.
All right. Which REI did you go to?
Roseville.
Roseville. And how'd you get out there?
I took my wife's car.
Your wife's car? What kind of car she got?
She's a 2005 Honda Civic. It's navy blue.
Honda Civic, navy blue. All right. And your wife met a friend?
Yep.
And who was that?
Her name is Jolene. And I'm blanking on her last name right now. She's a work friend, so I really hung out with her much. Actually, it was the first time I met her.
Okay. So did Jolene come over to the house then?
She did. She came over to the house to pick up Heidi.
What time do you think that was?
That was at 1:30
In the afternoon.
in the afternoon.
Okay. All right. So they left then, or did you leave first?
Yep. No, they took off. Like I got back at 1:30 because I wanted to meet Jolene.
Okay.
Hear what all the fuss was about for my life, and then
Okay.
And then I stayed at home while they left.
All right. So you got back, and then they left.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You met Jolene for the first time?
Yep.
All right. So they went to the Mall of America, you said?
That's right.
Okay. And you stayed at home?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What'd you do while they were gone?
Yeah, I read for an hour or two, took a little bit of a nap.
Yep.
And then kind of played around on my computer for a little while.
All right. Maybe stop over?
No,
Okay.
just the mailman.
All right. How long have you guys lived there for?
2.5 years, a little over 2.5 years.
Okay. All right. So what happens next then? You're there.
Heidi got home about 6:30, and we ordered dinner from Green Mill. Had it delivered.
Okay. Which Green Mill?
The one in Hamlin and Grand.
Okay. They delivered, huh?
Yeah.
What time do you think that was?
It took them about 45 minutes, so about 7:15.
Okay.
That's when they showed up.
All right. It's just the two of you?
Just the two of us. Yeah.
Okay.
We had a burger crave.
All right. Oh, so you had burgers?
Yeah, I should say we had a good burger crave, not a
Okay.
Chinese burger crave.
Oh, I agree. So you eat dinner, and then what happens?
Yeah, we watched Avatar.
Okay. Did you own it or rent it?
We owned it, which we'd never seen it before, but I figured it was the best movie in the world that everybody's seen, so I just bought it.
All right. Where'd you buy it at?
Target in the Midway. I bought it on Friday.
How much did that cost you?
I think it was like $15.99 something.
That's it?
Yeah.
I thought they'd jack the price up.
Usually the week it comes out,
Yeah.
it's on sale.
Yeah.
And then it's when they jack it up.
Alright.
So
All right. That's, I guess, convenient then.
yeah.
All right. So you watched Avatar.
Yep. Which took us till about 10:45, 11 o'clock. That's pretty long.
Yeah. Where'd you guys watch it at?
Yeah, in our living room downstairs. Just faces the street.
Okay. All right. And then what happens next then around 11 o'clock?
We went upstairs to bed. I stayed up till midnight or so to watch the rest of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Colorado San Jose game.
Who won?
San Jose. 3-2.
I think that means the series.
No, wait, it was 5-2 because they scored a couple empty netters.
5-2?
Yeah.
So I think San Jose
They
clinched
clinched
series.
it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It stopped wetting the bed. There's no playoffs.
All right. All right. So did Heidi go to sleep right away, or did she kind of?
She kind of drifted in and out. She tooled around on her iPhone a little bit, and
She's got an iPhone. Okay.
and then I know she's addicted to this Bejeweled game on iPhone, so she
The jewel?
Yeah.
Not sure if I'm spelling that right.
Nah, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. All right. What time do you think you went to sleep at?
I probably went to sleep about 12:15.
All right. And then when you went to bed, or before you went to bed, did you lock up the house or anything? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty religious on throwing bolts and locking up the house because that's kind of how Heidi was raised. But
Okay.
if I'm honest, I don't know if I remember to throw the bolt after the delivery guy came. I think I just shut the door and dove in.
So when you say the bolt, you mean like the deadlock?
Yeah, the deadbolt. Yeah.
Okay.
But all of our doors, we've got them set.
So you got the two locks.
Yeah,
You got the
them
key
set
lock.
to be locked.
Yeah, you got the key lock down.
Yeah.
For the
And then
door
the-
down, like
Yep.
And then you got the deadbolt up there.
That's correct.
So if you would have closed the door, the
It
key
would
lock
have
would
been,
automatically
it would have been
work.
locked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the key lock would have been locked. All right. And do you have an alarm system there at the house?
I think when we bought the house, it had an alarm system, but it hasn't been activated since we owned it, so we don't pay anything to maintain an alarm system.
Okay. So the alarm system was there when you bought the house?
I think there's like a sign in the garage for one, at least.
Okay, but you don't like Brinks or you
No.
don't pay any
No.
monthly fees or nothing like that. So
No,
it's not activated.
not activated. It hasn't.
Okay.
That has never been activated from us.
Okay. You know remember who the prior owners were of the house?
Yeah, it's a woman named Kaya King.
How do you spell that?
Kaiya, I think.
Kaya King?
Yep.
She was a previous owner. Huh?
Mm-hmm. I think she moved to Forest Lake with her boyfriend. She owns a company called Happy Tales.
Some good memory.
Well, we still get mail for it.
Oh, okay. Happy Tales?
Yeah.
Like the kid stories?
No, like dog walking, like T-A-I-L-S.
All right. That's the other way I was going to go then.
Yeah.
All right.
She was a pet lady.
All right. All right. So you're upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to sleep around 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 12:15, somewhere around there.
Yep.
You get up at all to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night?
I didn't. My wife usually does.
Okay.
She's kind of pretty routinely up around 3 a.m. to go to the bathroom.
You don't remember if she went to the bathroom at all last night?
I don't. I'm a pretty heavy sleeper.
Okay.
So, but she does a lot of sleep talking and some sleepwalking and all that. So.
Okay, so you don't remember if she got up or not?
No.
And then you didn't get up?
No.
Okay. You guys drinking at all last night?
We had one glass of wine with dinner. Each.
Okay. What kind of white or red or
It was a red Rex Goliath.
what's it called?
It's called Rex Goliath. It's the
Rex
brand.
Goliath?
Yeah, it's a Cabernet. It's kind of our staple cheap wine.
All right. Was it already open or?
We opened it.
Okay, that night?
Yep.
Okay. Well, kind of falls
Yeah,
back quick,
that's
so
okay.
I should warn you.
I was just trying to get my phone
Yeah.
off the ground.
You want me to give you a chair? You can kind of put it up there, right?
Yeah, let's try it. Let's see if we can get it up.
Yeah. Now, is it the left leg here?
It's this leg, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to feel good or not.
All right.
Yeah, it's good.
Good. Okay. All right. All right. So you're sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
and then what happens next then?
Well, because I get up for work about 6 every morning,
Yeah.
I kind of got up, but we didn't need to be up until about 9 to go to church. So I got up and went and got a glass of water from the bathroom.
Okay. So you woke up at what time? You think?
About 6 a.m.
Is there a glass in the bathroom already, or did you have to go upstairs to get in?
No, I was just kind of sucking off the faucet.
Okay. She get mad at you because you do that?
She doesn't. She's out cold.
All right. Sometimes women always get a little...
Yeah.
Little
She does it when she brushes her teeth. So.
All right. You know, sometimes like guys take drinks right from like the orange
Yeah.
the whole container, the milk container.
Yeah.
All right. So you're up around 6 a.m., go to the bathroom, get some water.
Yep, go back to sleep, but just kind of fitfully sleep for 10 or 15 minutes, and then I heard the screen door open.
Which screen door?
I don't know. Sometimes the one in the back pops open if it's really windy.
Okay.
But usually that sets off the motion light if it does that, and the motion light didn't go off.
All right. So you hear the screen door open?
Yeah.
All right.
And so what I did is kind of let it go for a little while, but then I started feeling with our doorknob.
What doorknob?
I didn't know, but I was assuming because of how well I could hear it was the front doorknob.
Okay. But you weren't 100% sure?
No.
Okay. All right. And like, what are they doing? Are they just going like this?
Yeah.
Kind of like that?
Yeah, just shaking the knob and shoving the door.
All right. And is Heidi still sleeping then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a rock.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I grabbed my shotgun out of the closet.
Okay. What kind of shotgun is it?
It's a Baikal side-by-side 20 gauge.
Baikal?
Yeah, Baikal. It's a Russian.
What gauge is it?
20.
It was in your closet?
Yeah, I keep it in there.
Was it in one of those hard shells or soft shell cases or?
No, I keep it out of the case. The soft shell case is in the basement. I used to keep it in the basement, but it got so much moisture down there it started to rust a little. So I put it upstairs.
Where in the closet did you have it?
We've got like a vertical cabinet, kind of a 12-inch wide full height vertical cabinet. On the other side, there's 2 rods, and I had it tucked back against the wall on the. I guess the best way to say it is if you walk into our closet, you turn right, the cabinet's right here.
Yeah.
And I had it on this side.
So if you go like, you just draw like a.
Yeah. So that's our. Yeah, perfect. So we've got the cabinets right here.
Yeah.
There's 2 rods.
Yeah.
And I have it right here.
Okay, so as soon as you go through the closet, it's right to the right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you have to go around the cabinet to get to it because you don't want it just hanging out there.
Yeah.
So
she ever get upset because you had the gun sitting there?
she did. She didn't like it there. But what I told, a couple of other things I told her as well is if for any reason we're ever in a situation that's not safe, it'll be in the basement. Plus, it really started to rust out really bad being in the basement.
Yeah.
So that was one of probably the driest places in the house that I could keep it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a reason why you didn't keep it in one of the cases then? Or?
Well, what I heard from my friend Peter is if you keep it in the case and it case traps humidity, it can continue to do that.
Okay.
It can continue to corrode out. So, and it hasn't been up there a month.
Okay.
I probably brought it up a month ago, so I wanted to let the case dry out and let the gun I oiled it, and then I wanted to let it breathe for a little while. So
how long have you owned this thing for?
the gun,
Yeah.
Probably 3 or 4 years.
Okay. Where'd you get it from?
I bought it from my friend Jordan. That worked at a camp called Deep Portage. Jordan's my best friend.
Okay. What's his last name?
Kimball.
How much you pay for it?
I paid $150 for it. I bought it from Jordan, who in turn bought it from the camp that he was working at.
Okay. So you don't do any hunting with it or anything like
I
that?
do hunting, yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason I bought it is because I wanted a nice grouse gun.
Okay. So you want to hunt grouse?
Yeah, with Jordan up at Deep Portage and also at his cabin in the Boundary Waters.
All right.
And it was a perfect solution for us because I didn't want to spend a ton of money. It's a short light gun.
How many times have you gone hunting with it?
10.
10 times?
Yeah.
It's always with Jordan?
I would say probably 9 out of the 10 times it's been with Jordan.
Okay. And who else did you go hunting with before?
Well, with Jordan was also another gentleman that we go hunting with. His name's Peter Johnson.
Okay.
He lives up in Ely, but he also lived down here and was one of my employees for a while.
Okay.
And then I went by myself a couple of times, just out to some wildlife management areas.
Okay.
The public land.
All right. Now, do you always keep it loaded, or do you unload it, or?
I don't keep it loaded. I keep it unloaded, but like on top of the cabinet, I keep 2 shells for it just in case things go weird. So on top of the cabinet up here.
Okay, so 2 shells on top of the cabinet.
Yep. So when I heard things this morning, I did load it, but that was the concession that I made with my wife, and I really, don't think I fight that battle at all.
Okay.
It's no point.
So you're hearing these noises, someone's, kind of monkeying around the door downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the closet and grab the shotgun.
Mm-hmm. And then I wake up Heidi.
Okay.
And she's when she gets woken up from his sleep, she gets startled.
Yeah.
In general, and I said, Heidi, somebody's fiddling with our knob and trying to get into our house. Let's get your shoes on and let's go out to the garage. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Why go to the garage though?
Because that's where our car is, and we didn't want to be in the house if somebody was trying to get in the house.
Okay.
And so I said, call 911, and then let's head to the garage.
Okay. All right. So, she called 911 then?
She called 911.
Okay.
That's right. And then she just grabbed some shoes.
What kind of shoes was she wearing?
I don't know what shoes she grabbed.
Or did she use your phone or her phone to
She
call?
used her iPhone.
And what's she wearing? She wear jammies or?
Yeah, so she wears like black sweatpants and she had a t-shirt on.
So black sweats
And a t-shirt.
and a black t-shirt?
I think it was a black t-shirt, yeah.
Okay. And what were you wearing?
I was wearing my green sweats and a white t-shirt.
Green sweats?
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of shirt?
White t-shirt.
White t-shirt.
Undershirt.
Okay.
And these.
All right. So you had your brown sandals?
Yeah. But I grabbed my jeans because it has my wallet. And I think it might have my phone in it too. I just grabbed my jeans to...
Are they full-length jeans or?
Yep. Yeah, they're shorts.
What color were they?
Dark blue.
Okay. And your wallet's in there?
Yeah, I had my wallet in there, and I just wanted to make sure I had that with me.
All right. So which hand do you have the jeans in? Which hand do you have the gun in?
Guns in the... Oh, wait, no, guns in the left, grab the jeans with the right.
All right.
I
So
was
the
kind of
guns.
cradling Heidi down the stairs.
All right. So the guns in the left, and the jeans are in the right.
Yeah.
And which hand do you usually shoot with?
I'm a right-handed shooter.
Okay. All right. So you going first down the stairs, or is she behind you, or is she in front of you, or what?
She's in front because I'm kind of trying to move her along quickly.
Yeah.
And then I'm right behind her.
Yeah.
And then she stops at the console table to grab her wallet, which is sitting on the console table.
Console table where?
Right in front, right by the front door.
Okay.
'Cause when we come down our house,
Yeah.
there's the front doors here. We had to get past the front door, through the kitchen, into the back door to the garage.
Okay. So is the console table in the living room, or is it in the?
If you walk in the front door, you could drop your keys right on it.
Okay.
On the left-hand side.
All right. Now, do you have? I can't remember now. Do you have one of those? Is it your front door? Is it just all? Is it all
It's
wood
front
door?
and then porch. It's a steel exterior door.
Okay, but like you said, the door to get into your house. Is there any windows?
There's like
panes?
a 5 light at a small half moon at the top.
Okay, so like up here is like a little
Yeah.
light up here. Did you take a peek through there to see who's in there?
I didn't.
Who's on the other side?
I didn't want to stop. I just wanted to keep going.
Okay, and is there people at all?
There is a people, and I didn't poke through that either.
Okay, and Heidi didn't look through there either?
No, she was terrified.
All right, so you guys come down the stairs, because the stairs are,
Stairs
coming
are here.
you're coming down this way.
We turn left.
Yep.
She swipes her wallet off the console table.
So like the console table's right here.
Perfect, yeah.
She grabs that.
And then beelines it to the... As soon as she grabs it,
Yep.
the door opens.
Okay.
And so I have the gun in my left.
Yep.
And so I try to shut the door shut, but it gets forced open. And the guy that was there I think he saw it.
Yeah.
I think he grabbed the barrel. And
Like down towards the trigger, or
more towards the top.
Yeah.
So.
And are you still holding your jeans in your right hand?
Not anymore. I think I dropped my jeans.
Okay.
And then because I don't it kind of is really fast.
Yeah. What did this guy look like? Is he a white guy, black guy, Asian guy?
I think he was a black guy with a dark hooded sweatshirt that was drawn. If I remember right, it was drawn up pretty tight.
Yeah.
But I did not get a good look because I was looking for Heidi.
Yeah.
And trying to wrestle the gun away so we could bail.
All right. So let me just try this then. Okay. So
Okay,
this is. We'll just say this is.
Yep.
This is the gun. We'll say this is like the trigger.
Okay.
All right. Where are you grabbing it?
I'm here with my. I usually just out of hunting habit keep my finger on the outside of the gun.
Okay. And if I'm the guy, where's my hand?
Up at the top.
I'm up here.
Yep.
Where's his other hand then?
I think on the door.
On the door?
Yeah, because he was coming in with the door, but he saw this right away. Grabbed that, and then he kind of grabbed right on top. Because since it's a side by side, it's got a lever right there.
Yep. So both his hands are on the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I might be here.
Yep.
But he was really big.
Yeah.
And
How big are we talking about? Like, I'm 5'10", 5'11" on a good day.
Okay.
220 pounds.
My twin brother's 6'1", 6'2".
So he was that big?
He was probably that big, yeah.
So he's 6'1".
But he had more weight than my brother.
So how much do you think you weighed?
Maybe 200 pounds, maybe.
Okay. Well, that's kind of skinny for being 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
Because I'm 220 and I'm not in shape. I used to be back in the day.
Yeah, my brother's 6'1", but my brother's probably a $180. So maybe this guy was 215, 220.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, that's probably the right build because one of my guys is about that size.
All right. So he's here. I'm handing the trigger. He pushes it up against my chest, which I'm a pretty parallel to the console table. Yep.
And I don't remember exactly what happened, but the gun went off. So my fingers slipped onto the trigger. Went off.
But you're in the foyer area.
Mm-hmm.
So the stairs are
right by the door. Stairs are behind me.
Yep.
Heidi's going that way
towards the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the guns
here, chest high.
Yep.
Pretty perpendicular. Pretty parallel to the ground.
Okay, so if I was in here, so if you and I'm not gonna have you stand up because your leg hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, but if I'm the bad guy coming through the door, and I got the gun,
and our door swings open
that way, so it's the other way.
Yeah.
So it swings towards the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you and I you'd be standing right here.
Mm-hmm.
You and I are like this.
Yeah.
And then the gun goes off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it goes off down.
Yeah. I know it hit Heidi. I know it did.
Okay.
I know it did. I don't know where it hit her, but I know it hit.
Did it hit her in the chest, the back?
She was running away, so he definitely hit her in the back.
It hit her in the back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The back, her back, or the back of her head?
I don't know. It wasn't low. I don't think it was a high shot, but it was.
Take your time. It's okay. You want some Kleenex?
No.
You can go get you some if you want. All right, hold on a second. Yeah. Sorry. So the gun goes off.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes off down.
Yeah.
Down the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And no, it hit her.
Did she yell or anything like that?
Yeah, and she went straight down.
Okay. Did she fall face first or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you and this guy are still standing in the foyer?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I get it up. And up and over.
So you pointed at him?
No, it was like straight up and over.
Okay.
Like that.
So you're like going
barrel down.
Oh, so now the barrel's down.
Because I grabbed on my right and pulled.
Okay.
Like that, and that's when it went off the second time and hit me in the leg.
All right. So where does it hit you in the leg? The left leg?
It's me in the left leg.
Now where? If you want to point to my leg, you can just.
That's right. My wound is right here.
Okay, so we're right there.
Yep.
All right, so it's going down.
Mm-hmm.
So the second round goes off.
Mm-hmm.
So you shoot yourself then, or is this?
I don't know if it was me myself or if it was the guy. I honestly don't remember at that time because I don't know if it was me or not. Because his hand was right like above the trigger guard.
Yeah.
So he could have pulled it or I could have pulled it. I don't remember.
All right. Now, is there just this guy or is there anybody else?
I couldn't see because the door was kind of blocking.
Okay.
That whole thing a little bit, but I wasn't paying attention.
All right.
As soon as I saw Heidi going down, I was done out.
So you guys are still in the foyer area.
Mm-hmm.
Now
we never really moved. We didn't shove back and forth against Walt. We were just in one spot, just kind of trying to figure it out.
All right, but so it's going at a downward angle on you though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like this, Nick.
Yes.
Okay, so it kind of grazes you then.
Yeah, it just grazed right over the top.
And what kind of rounds are you using?
I had 3-inch steel rounds.
Okay, so 3-inch steel. And are we using birdshot or what?
Yeah, it was a pheasant round.
Shot. Pheasant. All right. Are you an experienced hunter or?
Not terribly. It's more of a hobby than a lifestyle.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Nope, I understand. Because I got some of my buddies here at work. They're avid outdoorsmen. They'll tell you, the shotgun, the make, the model, the whole 9 yards, and then they'll tell you, the rounds that they carry and how many pellets or how many, wood shots and the grain, and they'll tell you. I mean, there's guys who know a lot more about stuff than I do.
Yeah, we're avid backpackers and things like that. Like we took a group of kids from Colorado, or we took a group of kids from our church to Colorado.
Okay. And where do you go to church in?
We go to Calvary Church in Roseville. But we've kind of been shopping around lately because we were staff there for 7 years.
Okay. Where's that one located at?
It's on Lexington and County Road B.
Okay. All right. So after you get shot, what happens next then?
He's gone.
He takes off up out of there?
I fall down. He's gone.
All right. Now, are you bleeding a lot or?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't know. I know I fell. I got to Heidi and I started I had to redial 911 and
You grabbed her phone?
Yeah, and I just started freaking out.
No, you said she's face down?
She's face down, and then I was shouting her name and I rolled her over and I was getting
okay.
I was getting no response from Heidi at all.
Did you see where the blood was coming from?
She had blood on her face.
Yeah.
I saw a hole in the back of her t-shirt before I rolled her over, but I was just trying to look at her and trying to see if she was okay.
Yeah.
That's and then you guys came.
Okay. All right.
And I just lost it.
All right. What's Heidi's mom and dad's name?
John and Linda Erickson.
Where do they live at?
They live on 1853 Arona.
1853 Arona?
Mm-hmm. In Falcon Heights.
So not too far away. All right. You know their number offhand?
Yeah, it's 651.
Yep.
I'm guessing here. I'm sorry.
That's right.
24. It also might be 427.
One more time.
Might also be 4. I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Nope, it's all right. I know you got a lot going on here. So, have you guys ever had any problems at the house?
Maybe a year and a half ago, we had the St. Paul Police Department. It sounded like they had some information that somebody was at our house who they wanted to serve a warrant to.
Oh, arrest somebody, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they were banging on our door, but we were both sleeping through it. And then we heard heard it at the very end. And by the time we got down there was nobody there. But we called the police because it was pretty obvious what was going on.
All right.
We just said somebody was beating our door down.
Sounds like the cops, though.
Well, no, they returned and said, yeah, that was us. And
Okay.
they kind of explained what was going on.
All right. But you haven't had any problems, though, with other
Nope.
break-ins, burglaries, nothing like that?
Nope, nothing that I can confirm or anything. But,
Okay.
you know, every now and then we'll find our garage door open or something like that, but nothing's missing.
Like the main overhead door or the side
Yeah,
door?
the main overhead door.
Really?
Yeah, but nothing's missing. And we don't lock our garage door because both of the keys, we have a deadbolt and a lock just like our house. Both of those are kind of...
So you don't
touch
lock,
and go.
okay, so you don't lock the access doors, we'll call it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything in their garage with stealing?
I have my fishing poles, a ladder.
Okay. But I mean, like, riding a lawnmower,
No,
ATV, snowmobile,
Nothing.
motorcycle.
no. The most thing of value to me in there is my fishing poles. That's
Okay.
it.
So, besides the Honda Civic, do you guys own any other vehicles?
I have a Mazda Protege. It's a 2000.
Mazda Protege?
Yes, sir.
2-door, 4-door?
It's a 4-door.
What color is it?
White.
Where's that car?
It's currently parked at my office because I have my cleaning van home for the weekend.
Okay.
So it's gonna
Are you looking on call then, or what?
Well, I'm the director of operations, so kind of, but I was also going to clean my wife's upholstery in her car. Just
Okay. So the last day you worked was Friday then?
Yeah.
Okay.
We both work Friday.
And what kind of places or what kind of jobs do you guys usually do to clean up?
Well,
are you,
We're mostly residential carpet cleaning.
okay.
Is the division that I run. But we have some commercial stuff as well.
Okay. And when you're cleaning up the carpet,
Mhm.
are you just trying to get stains out, or are you?
It's a
And this-
full. We clean wall-to-wall carpet, all of it. We're a pretty high-end service.
Do you specialize in any one service or anything
Well,
like
we purchased our Crew 2 purchased. Crew 2 is my family's business.
Yeah.
We do installation services for the Home Depot.
Okay.
And so what we did is we purchased some ChemDry franchises because we install all the carpet for Home Depot in about 12 states.
Okay.
And so we know who has carpet. So we purchased some ChemDry franchises, and that's what I run. I run that side business of the carpet cleaning.
So it's ChemDry,
It's ChemDry.
and that's just to clean the carpet.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a whole franchise system, just like if you would buy a Subway or something like that.
Okay. All right. So remember that vehicle parked on front there, and I think I had like a dog on the side. So I don't know
Yeah.
if it was dog stains or just human or what.
Well, 70% of our customers are pet owners. So
Okay. All right. You guys don't mix around in any of that because there's certain other. We have some cleanup response teams that go to scenes of
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, we're not
Instances.
we're not insured for
Okay.
that.
So you guys don't do like biological cleanup, like
We
blood
did one blood cleanup maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Was that you or
It was me and a trainee that I just hired.
where was that? Where did that take place?
It's a place at the Lodge, which is a senior housing community in Minnehaha.
The Asian there. How long ago? You said 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks ago. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you have to clean up there?
It was blood.
And was it in one of
It was in one of the units that the residents
Okay.
reside in. She fell and hit her head, and but probably about the size of your blue tablet. There's a stain about that big.
about the size of this thing?
Yeah, if it was bigger than that, we would have not done it because that would have
Maybe 8 by 10, 9
yeah,
by
9 by
12.
11 something.
Okay.
But we cleaned that. If it was any bigger than that, we would have referred it.
Okay.
away.
And what'd you use to clean that up?
Actually, just hydrogen peroxide. We don't have any special chemicals to take care of blood, so we use hydrogen peroxide on if it's a neutral colored equipment.
All right. Was there any any kind of mechanical device or?
Yeah, we have a little vacuum.
Vacuum?
Yeah. In fact, in that case, we used one that we can. It's about the size of a suitcase. We just put it now in it. A small carry-on suitcase.
Is that in the truck right now?
That particular piece of equipment is not.
Okay. Is that back at the office then?
In fact, it's actually in my car, back at the office. Yeah.
In your car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why would it be there?
Because it's that piece of equipment is not just for cleaning up blood; it's just a portable solution in vacuum. And I had all of my guys out on Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
So all of our vans are out, and I needed to go take care of a customer, so I just threw it in the back of my car.
Okay.
And went over to her place.
All right. That was 3 weeks ago.
The blood stuff was 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
All right. Did you have to clean that out? Is there a way you clean that thing out?
The piece of equipment?
Yeah.
Yeah, we cleaned it out with a commercial-based product called Milgo QGC that we just
Milgo?
Yeah. And
QVC?
QGC.
QGC.
And what that is a hospital-grade sanitizer. So it's for eliminating bacteria and viruses and things like that.
And that was at the office and you do that then?
Yeah, my trainee did that, Chris.
Okay. And how long ago was it cleaned out?
The same day that we
Same day?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I don't think it was 3 weeks ago. It might have been a week ago. It was a week ago Friday.
All right. All right. It was up in Matamita. It's called the Lodge.
It's called the Lodge, yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So after this whole thing took place, this guy left out of there. Did he take anything? Do you know of?
No, he only came 3-4 feet into the house.
Okay.
So I don't think he took anything.
All right. And the only thing you grabbed was, like I said, you had the shotgun in the left hand and then the jeans in the right.
Jeans, yeah.
And you left your phones, are they upstairs,
My
downstairs?
phones, I think both of my phones are up on my bedside stand, and Heidi took hers.
What side of the bed is yours?
If you're standing at the bottom of the bed and looking at it, it's the right side.
Right side? Okay.
The one closest to our door.
All right, so you're on the right side. And she's on the left side?
That's right.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody you want us to call? I mean, do your parents?
I think they're all here.
Okay, your parents are already here?
Yeah, I think the gentleman that brought me in said they're upstairs.
Okay. What about Heidi's parents?
I don't know if they're here or not. I think they might be.
Okay. Let me go check on that and I'll be right back then, okay? Do you need to go to the bathroom at all or anything? Or?
Can I wash my hands?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's get you down there for that. Let me go grab one of my coworkers to help you out here.
Cool.
Grab these for you.
Thank you.
Yep. Got it?
Rough eye was it?
26.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Do you have any, you guys got an email at work or an email at home? Or anything?
Oh,
Okay. So what's the work one?
Nick.Firkus.
Nick?
Yep.
Firkus.
Yep. At
Okay, is it just like that?
exactly.
All right, and then you have a home one too?
Yep, it's the same thing.
At Gmail? Okay. And then how about Heidi? That's her home?
Yep.
Okay. Does she have a work email too?
She does. I'm not completely certain. I think it might be Heidi. 100% certain. And I don't know if there's a dot or
At Securian?
mm-hmm.
Where are they located at?
Securian is downtown St. Paul.
All right.
You can see the building from here, actually.
All right. When you go to your work, is your car parked in the lot or on the street or?
We've got a lot, yeah.
Okay.
So
Is it a fenced in lot or?
The place that we park our vans is fenced in.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm just parked in the parking lot.
Okay. All right. Is there like a security system at the building?
There is.
Okay.
It's a key card access.
At the building.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta like swipe your card to get in?
You just run it by the scanner.
When was the last time you scanned?
Well, we only have to scan before and after normal business hours. So
Yeah.
probably the last time I scanned there would have been, I can't even remember.
On Friday sometime?
No, it would have been weeks ago at least, because everything's open when people are there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not this weekend you didn't stop by to work then?
No.
Okay.
Thank goodness. I brought it all home with me.
Okay. All right. At what point did you guys, or did you or Heidi call 911? It was Heidi that called 911?
Yep, and we were still upstairs.
Okay, so you were going downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was she still on the phone the whole entire time as you guys were going down?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is she saying?
She's just saying somebody's trying to get into our house. We're at 1794 Minnehaha.
So people are trying to get into the house?
Yeah. She was really scared, really panicky.
And then she gave the address at 1794
Mm-hmm.
West Minnehaha.
I think she just said Minnehaha.
Okay. Was she screaming or was she kind of...
She was pretty calm because she was panicky.
Okay. All right.
And I think she was whispering a little. She was trying to whisper a little too. But I don't remember exactly.
Okay. And you didn't have your cell phones to call either?
I had mine, but I didn't want to.
Which one did you have?
Well, I'm sorry. I had mine accessible to me, but
You didn't grab it?
I didn't grab it either.
Okay. Are they both on a nightstand or something?
Yeah,
Or?
exactly.
Okay. All right. I gotta ask you this question. It seems kind of odd to me that you guys are gonna leave your bedroom. There's only one way in, one way out.
Mm-hmm.
To go downstairs, then go out to a garage that's not secure. I mean, that just seems a little odd to me.
Well, we were going to get in our car and leave.
Okay.
Was the point.
All right. But
And we can lock it from the inside. It's
Okay.
just a matter of the key part of it doesn't, like, when we stick our keys in, it's really,
Yeah.
sometimes it's really rough, but we could have dead bolted and everything in the garage, but the whole point was to get away from the house and get out.
how many ways are there? How many different ways are there to get up the stairs to your house?
Just one.
Just one staircase. There's not like a front staircase and a back staircase.
It's just the one.
Just the one staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what would have prevented you from just sitting at the top of the stairs with the shotgun waiting for them to come upstairs then?
Well, when the last time that when the police came about
Yeah.
a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
Heidi and I had a conversation about what do we do if something like that happens again. Like,
Yeah.
You know, in that case it was the police, but what
Yeah.
do we? And that's just the plan that we came up with.
Just to go to the garage.
Is to just get in the car and leave.
Okay.
and just get out of there. Because we knew we could get out of the house and into the garage quickly.
Yeah.
And then bolt it behind us. We knew we could do that. And
Okay.
so, because, you know, part of the reason we had that conversation is because I wasn't quick to act, and it frustrated Heidi.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, what do we do? Do we stay or do we go? And at that time, I didn't have my shotgun with me.
Yeah. Where was it then?
It was in the basement.
Okay.
Collecting rust.
All right.
So yeah, at that time, you know, the only thing that I had that I could have potentially used as a weapon was my broom ball stick.
Okay.
So
That was way back when.
that was a year ago.
Okay.
A year and a half ago.
All right.
So that's just kind of, you know, it's not the best plan in the world, but it was kind of, if they're not in the house yet. If they're in the house, then our plan is, you know, we'll stay upstairs. We've got the broom ball stick.
Well, I'm just, you know, like I said, I mean, you know, maybe it's just a cop of me thinking of, but I'm sitting here thinking that if I'm in my house, in my bedroom, and someone's breaking in my place, you know, she's calling 911, I'm waiting at the top of the stairs and say, hey, anybody comes up here, you know, it's, you know, last stand at Fiji, you come upstairs, you know, I hate to tell you this, but my house, you know, I'm justified in killing you if you come breaking in my house. I'm in fear for my life, you know, that's what I'm thinking, you know, and
yeah, and I guess the compassionate person in me is not pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's the hard part about it for me, which is why we came up with the plan. Let's just get out of there.
Okay.
It's just a house. If we can save ourselves, let's do that instead of getting into a situation where we're vulnerable.
Did you break your glasses in this thing?
No, they've been broken for several months.
All right, because I see you're missing like one of the
Yeah, it's
pieces.
driving me a little crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I've been there before and done that. So
Yeah.
Did you guys do any laundry on Saturday night, last night?
We did. I put towels in at 1:30, right after Heidi left,
Okay.
and then forgot to put them in the dryer until she reminded me at 8 o'clock last night. So I shipped them over to the dryer.
All right. Are they still in the dryer?
Yes, they are.
Okay. All right. Now, I mean, like I said, when you went to Heidi, is she face down?
When I woke her up.
No, when after this guy left,
Yeah, she was face down.
she was face down, and you're not sure if she was hitting the back or the back of the head, or
I know she was hitting the back. It was high in the back, probably.
like up towards the shoulder
I
blades.
think so. I'm
Okay.
not 100% certain.
All right. So then you rolled her over.
Mhm.
Okay. And did she say anything or nothing like that?
Nothing. She was totally limp.
All right. And then what'd she have around her?
Well, she had her sweatpants on and her t-shirt.
Did she have her little purse or
Her little
anything?
purse and her phone were there too.
Okay. That was right next to her?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then were you able to then call 911 then?
Yeah, I recalled 911 to make sure that they were coming and could make it and all that.
All right. Now, when you called 911, did it go to the Ramsey County Dispatch or did it go somewhere else first?
I believe I went to the same person because they asked if I was. I think that they asked if I was in St. Paul.
Okay.
Minnehaha.
Uh-huh.
So it may have been the same person that Heidi had talked to because I think I had to redial 911. I don't know exactly what happened, but I had to redial it.
Okay. All right. Now, how long have you and Heidi been married for?
For 4.5 years.
You guys have any problems or anything like that?
Just the normal stuff, like stresses about finances and quality time and vacations and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I would say we're still best friends.
Okay.
We're having a great time Saturday night.
All right. You guys aren't behind in the bills or anything?
We are behind in the bills, which is a little stressful. In fact, we were planning on moving tomorrow.
Moving where?
Well, we hadn't figured that out yet. We were and this is a hard place for us. We foreclosed on our house.
Okay.
We have to be out by Monday. Tomorrow, one of the reasons I brought the van home was also because it has a trailer hitch. I was going to go back to the office and grab a trailer.
So you had to be out by Monday?
We do out by Monday. This has been kind of a private struggle for us, so we were going to move as much of our stuff into the garage as we possibly could.
Okay.
And then start taking stuff to a storage place and then either crash it. We hadn't ran it by our folks yet, but we were going to kind of talk to everybody about it tomorrow and crash at their place or get a hotel and find a place to live.
Well, that's kind of close notice.
It is, and I think the reason is because we're both kind of dealing with the shame of the whole thing, because we're embarrassed. I think that one of the challenges is that we haven't been able to be honest with our friends about our struggles.
Yeah.
And it's not to discredit our friends or anything like that. It's just we just don't. Both of us are too stubborn to admit that we're failing.
Okay. Well,
so it was really a hard decision. We have a bunch of boxes, and we had a really good plan to efficiently start hauling things out of our house tomorrow. We felt like we could get it done in a day and then Monday morning.
So you and her never mentioned this to either set of parents?
None of our parents or none of our friends.
No one knows about this except you and I?
And Heidi.
And Heidi.
That's right.
Okay. And who you get your mortgage through?
U.S. Bank.
How far behind are you? Months or?
Yeah, months. Several months. Maybe over a year. Well, part of the reason is we were making a decision to leave the neighborhood because we realized that we couldn't raise a family there, and we wanted to go back to renting for several years so we could build up enough money to come in and quite a significant down payment because we bought 2 years ago. And
how much did you pay for the house?
$225.
$225. And what was your mortgage payment?
It was we have a first and a second.
Same here. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, our first is about $1,300 to $1,400 a month, and then our second's $300.
Okay.
Something like that.
And what's your gross income?
I make $41,000 a year.
And what about Heidi?
She makes about 30.
30?
Right around there.
Okay. All right. What about credit cards? How bad are you in that?
Well, we're in the middle of some conversations with. We have a credit card through U.S. Bank. There's been some fraud that we're trying to figure out what's fraud and what's ours.
Yeah.
So a year ago, we went on a debt assistance program with them.
Okay.
We don't want to settle. We want to pay it all off because we're already having such a big thing.
What's just out of curiosity? What's the total for the credit cards then? Where you're at?
It's a little over 15,000.
Okay. All right. And do you owe any money on the car?
No, both cars are paid off in January.
Okay, so both cars are paid for. Any other bills that are kind of high?
No.
Okay. All right.
So that's kind of mine and Heidi's. Our marriage has been tempered by this. I think we're in the best spot. Like last night, one thing I forgot to tell you. Last night, we started putting our budget stuff together on how much we're gonna start paying down all our credit card debt, and putting into savings for the house and things like that. So that was right after we ordered our green mill. We did that for about an hour. We talked our budgets and we talked about where we're at with either if we pay.
All right.
What our monthly expenses are.
Like most people in today's society, you guys got insurance policies on each other?
Life insurance
Yeah.
policies? No, we don't.
No life insurance?
No, we were part of the. I met with a guy who offers insurance packages like that maybe 3 weeks ago. His name is Peter Fanchi, and we've been trying to meet with him.
Peter Fanchi?
Fanchi. We've been trying to meet with him face to face for a couple of weeks, but our schedule's been pretty busy, so we haven't made it work.
Who's he through?
Northwestern, I think, or North, yeah, something like that.
Okay. Is he here in St. Paul or?
Minneapolis, Northwestern Mutual, or whatever it's called.
You know his number by chance or?
No.
Okay, no, I don't. All right. So you have no life insurance on each other?
No.
No policies, nothing like that?
No.
Okay. Besides the financial things, any other kind of problems you guys got going on?
Well, probably the only other significant one is just our level of intimacy in our relationship. It's not, we've kind of figured it out, but it's just, having sex is really painful for Heidi. So
Okay.
we just
Don't do it?
We just don't do it all, and we do other things. So.
Okay. Like I said, it's guy to guy here.
Mhm.
Every guy's got needs and urges, concerns, however you want to put it.
Mhm.
Are you stepping out at all by chance?
To other women?
Yeah.
No, absolutely
Okay.
not.
All right. I'm not here to judge you, okay, Nick? If
Absolutely. No, I
if,
know.
If you're doing what you're doing, that's it's your business, okay? But I'm just trying to, like I said, make sure I understand a complete picture of everything that's going on here
For sure.
in your life and everybody else's life here that's involved in this thing.
For sure.
So,
Never.
I appreciate you being honest with me, and I know it's not an easy situation to talk about with regards to the timing and everything going on here, but the more I know,
I'm
I'm better off.
trying to help
Yeah,
you do your job.
I appreciate that, Nick, and it's every little bit helps, and I know being a guy, much like yourself, you don't want to talk about certain things, especially somebody you just met maybe a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
All right, but that's the thing that pops in my head is if you guys aren't having sex, that sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes guys go elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've just kind of figured out how to keep some intimacy going.
Okay. We don't need complete details.
Well, no,
I
know what you're saying, but never even considered it.
Are you afraid or thinking any concerns that she was stepping on you?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. All
absolutely not. We had a lot of trust in that part of our relationship for sure.
Okay, so there's no mysterious things going on?
No.
Random emails, text messages, nothing like that?
Nothing.
Okay. Now, in today's technological breakthrough society, are you on that MySpace or
Facebook?
Facebook?
Yeah, both of us are.
Both you are on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Since I'm not I can't break down to do it. Is there a certain account or name? How would it go?
We both, it's just under our first and last names.
First and last names? Okay.
Yeah.
So Nick and Heidi?
Yep, so Heidi has her own, and I have my own. So Nick Firkus and Heidi Firkus, we have our two separate.
Okay. All right.
And then, when you log into them, it's just your email address
Okay.
that you use to log in.
And you can look at hers and she can look at yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's no, trying to...
No, there's no, scandalous secret accounts. No.
Okay.
We have full access to each other's
All right.
communications.
And you don't have another cell phone number out there, nothing like that? You
No.
keep away from her and she doesn't have one from you that you
No.
found out about or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. I came to the house, I'm looking around the main floor a little bit there.
Yeah.
And I saw some boxes in the dining room area.
Yeah.
There weren't a lot of boxes there.
There's a whole bunch in the basement.
A whole bunch in the basement?
Mhm.
Okay.
And then we were going to go to Home Depot when I went to pick up a trailer and buy a whole bunch more.
I've moved out of houses before, and I've helped friends move out of houses before too, Nick. It just seems like you're kind of, putting yourself against the clock. I mean, if you knew this train was coming, you kind of get ready for it.
Yeah, I think a part of it is just, for us, a significant part of it is the shame of the whole thing. We're pretty crippled by it. I think a good thing for us is we're organized people, so we've got a lot of stuff in Rubbermaid containers that we can just start
Okay.
We felt like it could take us 8 or 10 hours to have most of our stuff out. That's ready, like most of our furniture and things like that.
Well, where are you guys going to put the furniture?
We were going to keep it in the trailer for work.
Okay. What kind of trailer are we talking about? How big is this trailer?
Well, it's
I mean,
well, let me qualify that by saying we were going to put a significant amount of it into the garage, and then. And the reason is because when I was talking to the people who are managing kind of our world with the foreclosure stuff, they said that if we can get it out of the house and into the garage, that they'd still let us come back and pull some stuff out.
Okay, and who are you dealing with?
It's a law firm in Woodbury. I can't remember the name.
Okay.
It's in my files.
Where would your files be at?
Up in the office in our desk.
Okay. Is it in a drawer or is it in?
It's a drawer. It's a file drawer.
What's it labeled as?
This one's. Well, we just bought this desk, so that one isn't labeled yet, but it's the only bright orange folder in there.
It's an orange folder. Is it left side, right side?
It's the left side.
Top, bottom shelf, or
Bottom shelf.
okay.
Or bottom drawer. I
Bottom
should say.
drawer. Sorry. The other thing, Nick, is like I said, in this day and time, a lot of people have been going through problems like this. I mean, this isn't something that's not immune to everybody. There's a lot of people here in this country who are going through foreclosures.
Yeah.
And I understand you're a proud man and you don't want to ask for help. I understand that. I can respect that too. Is that a man wants to provide for his family and take care of them. But there's a point too, though, Nick, where you just got to ask for help.
Yeah. And I was prepared to do that tomorrow morning when we started to move stuff out. If I was in over my head, I was prepared to. We both were prepared to just call her. We know our circle of friends pretty tightly. We know that they would come to the table for us and help us at least get our stuff out. But we were gonna check out. There's a garage storage place on 280 in University that we were going to see if we can get us a place there just to put our stuff into, and so we kind of figured out where we were going. And we wanted to sell a whole bunch of stuff too. So.
Okay. But Heidi's going to the Mall of America to go spring shopping yesterday.
Yeah, she had a very tight, small budget. It was mostly just so she could spend some time with her new friend Jolene at work. So.
I'm just thinking to myself, though, Nick, is that hey, honey, at what point do we draw the line in the sand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I would say is I got some tips at work the other day. So she was going with cash in hand.
Yeah.
And it was extra money that we hadn't put into the budget, and it wasn't much. It was $30-$40. But I said, if you want to go spend time with Jolene, that's fine. But here's a shine.
Yeah.
We've been kind of trying to keep it relatively tight for a while.
All right. After this whole thing took place, and you called 911 again, do you stay upstairs until the cops show up, or stay on the main floor?
Right by Heidi.
All right. So when the cops come in.
I'm right by her.
Okay. All right. And are you like cradling her or standing over her?
I was holding her hand and kind of cradling her, yeah.
Okay. Did you look down at your injury at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Was it bleeding a lot?
No, didn't look like it was bleeding too much. Didn't feel like it was bleeding either.
No, did they bandage it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Did any of the cops take pictures at all?
Several.
Okay, so they took pictures out there at the hospital?
Yeah, and I looked at it too, and it's 2 holes about this big. It looks like it went through. There's about a 1/4 inch of skin.
Yeah.
This one on top is small.
Did they do an X-ray at all or anything like that?
No.
Okay, so they didn't see if there was still
No broken femur. They didn't think there was going to be any shots still in there either.
any pellets still in there or anything like that?
That's what they said that there wouldn't be, but they said if it starts pussing to come back in.
Okay. All right. All right. So you didn't go downstairs at all?
Into the basement?
Yeah.
No, there's no way I wouldn't be able to walk.
Okay. All right.
I stayed right by Heidi though, and I didn't want to leave her.
When the ambulance came, they took you?
They took me,
All right.
and I kept asking what you know. I still don't know. I mean, I'm assuming the worst with Heidi, but I still don't. Nobody gave me any answers on what was going on with her. But I mean,
But you didn't go downstairs at all? Because there's a lot of blood downstairs.
there's a lot of blood downstairs.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm trying to figure out how that got down there.
the only thing that I could think of is if it went through that particular area in our kitchen. The flooring is really in terrible shape, so that's the only thing I could think of is if it ran into the basement. That's the only thing that I could think of.
Okay. Well, the thing is, Nick, is that, you know, there's guys who are helping in this case who do certain jobs. My job is here to talk to you, and my other coworkers got other tasks, okay?
Yeah.
And one of my other coworkers right now is looking at that blood, and he's got a lot of questions as to how that blood got down there in the basement. Now, some of it might be explained, like you say, coming through the floor, you know, down there in the basement, you know, that it leaked through, for lack of a better word. All right. But there's other blood that's down there that, you know, left me scratching my head going, okay, how did that get there? And he's going to be looking at that, trying to figure out, okay, what's a reasonable explanation as to how that would get there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you a for instance here. A few weeks ago, my coworker and I were involved in an incident where we got sent over to the east side of St. Paul where two brothers got into an argument.
Okay.
And one brother, for whatever reason, decided to take a shotgun out, and he shot his brother and killed him.
Okay.
And when he shot him, there was a bunch of blood and other stuff scattered about. Now, we go looking through the house, you know, the same kind of situation that we're looking over there, okay? I mean, we're looking for evidence to try and help us, you know, solve this thing, okay? And I compare what I saw over on the east side versus what I see over here at your place.
Mm-hmm.
And when we did a little demonstration with the shotgun, about how this guy fired, you and this guy were wrestling for the shotgun, and it fired down the hallway towards the kitchen where Heidi was at.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we start looking down that way, am I going to find pellets lodged into the cupboard and everywhere else?
I don't know.
I mean, what's it going to say? I mean, if there's a hallway, area and there's no pellets there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
Well, I mean, we're talking 8-9 feet too.
So that means the pattern. I mean, like, you know, as a hunter, as you know, the pattern starts to expand the further down range you get.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to expand. I mean, you know, I'm not a gun expert, but I know it's going to expand a little bit.
Yeah.
But if there's no pellets in the area where you tell me where the shot was fired at,
Mhm.
I'm going to start to have some questions.
Okay.
You know, and I want to make sure that I have those questions answered before.
Oh yeah,
I
for
get
sure.
there.
For sure.
So.
So what are you asking then?
I'm trying to figure out then, okay, is if what you're telling me is the right way.
Mhm.
Is there any other way that this situation could have happened?
Not at all.
Okay.
It's exactly the way that I laid it out to you, at least.
Okay. Like I said, Nick, I want to make sure that you and I are both on the same track.
Yeah.
That, you know, we're under the same understanding that you and this guy are in the foyer wrestling over control of the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes off.
Yeah.
And it goes down range, down the hallway, and it hits Heidi as she's trying to get out of the house. Okay. And now what I'm saying though is that if there's pellets in the cupboard, you know, or on the hallway or wherever they're going to be, all right, if we find pellets down, if we find pellets down there, then you know what you're saying is straight on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but I always play both sides of the story.
Oh, I understand that. Yeah.
So if for some reason there's no pellets where you're saying that the shot went off, I'm going to start thinking to myself, okay, why aren't the pellets here? What else is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the reason why I asked you a few different times if you're sure that this is where it took place at.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. It wasn't, for instance, like say, for example, this, you know, like I say, I use the words "what if" and for instance, or example, as a possible explanation. Maybe this guy got the gun away from you, and all of a sudden forces both you and Heidi downstairs. And then for whatever reason, this guy flips the switch to psycho and decides to shoot Heidi first, and then you and him start wrestling over the shotgun, and that's where you get shot. Is that a possibility?
No.
Okay.
No, everything happened in the foyer and kitchen hallway.
Okay. All right. All right. So this guy didn't go upstairs. He didn't go in the basement.
He got 4 feet into the house,
And that was it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The other thing too, Nick, is that when we were in the foyer area of your house, where your door's at, you can see a bunch of pellets like in the lower portion of the door. Now, if you're with this guy wrestling with the gun like this, how do the pellets go through your leg, bounce off the floor, and then go into the door?
Well, I think there might have been a point in that scuffle where we might have spun, but I'm not 100% certain.
Okay.
Because I know the door became open. He came in the scuffle, got shut a little.
Yeah.
And then I happened pretty quick, but I think we might have spun a little in there too.
All right. Is it possible that this guy, maybe you got the better of him, and you got him on the ground, so he's laying on his back? Like, say, for example, I'll kind of lay down. Like, say, for example, I'm you.
Okay.
All right. I'm laying here like this. All right. And you and him are fighting with the gun like this.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
That didn't happen.
No.
So you're not on your back.
No.
And the shot didn't go off and hit the door like that.
No.
Okay. All right. So you're not on your back. This guy's not standing over you with the shotgun.
No.
And those pellets didn't go in like that.
No.
Okay.
The only thing that I can think of is if we twist it around or something like that.
All right. And because the guys from the crime lab are going to take a look at that, and they're going to do the measurements and try and figure out, okay, what would be the angle, proper angle and all that stuff, about how those would get in there. So, all right. And then Jolene was the only person that stopped over yesterday at the house.
And the green mill delivery guy.
Green mill delivery guy. All right. So other than those two, those are the only two that stopped over yesterday.
Yep.
Okay. And did you talk to anybody on your cell phone at all by chance?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
I talked to my new guy at work, Chris. When I was heading to
to REI?
No, when I was heading to the Groveland. No, the Grandview.
Oh, for the breakfast?
For
Okay.
breakfast. And then I talked to my friend Preston when I was going to REI.
You talked to Preston, you said?
Yeah.
That's on the way to
REI.
okay. What would you guys talk about?
With Preston in particular, I was buying the same sleeping bag that he bought. So we're both really outdoorsy guys and gearheads. So we were talking about that.
Okay.
With Chris, he had called me earlier, so I was just returning his call to see why he called me.
All right. So how long do you think you talked to Preston for? Roughly. 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Same with Chris.
Okay. All right.
Other than that, I didn't talk to anybody else on my cell phone that day.
Okay. All right. You text message at all?
I do,
Okay.
but nothing yesterday.
No text yesterday?
I received one, but I didn't reply.
Okay. Who did you get a text from?
From my friend Nick Autry.
Nick, what's his last name?
Autry, A-U-T-R-Y.
A-U-T-R-Y. Okay. What did that text say?
He wanted to know if I could get some tax strip for his cart at his house, since the company I work for does installation.
Okay. That was the only text you got?
Yeah, I hadn't replied to him because I didn't know if I could get it or not.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me, Nick?
Well, I just want to know the final answer on Heidi, and I want to know. I just want to know if you found anything yet as far as the guys that did this.
Well, this is there's a couple parts of my job that I really hate, and this is one of them. She didn't make it.
I figured that. I mean,
Nick, I'll give you some time to be alone, okay? Now this guy that you're wrestling say he's a black guy. Is he light skinned, dark skinned?
oh yeah, I'm pretty certain it was later.
He's lighter skinned?
Yeah, I couldn't really tell.
So possibly light skinned.
That's right.
Okay. He said he's about 6'1", 6'2".
That's what I would. Yeah.
Okay, 200 to 220. And he had a dark hooded sweatshirt on.
Yes.
And he had it up over his head.
Yeah.
He have a mask or anything covered his face?
I don't think so.
Mustache, beard, goatee, glasses.
I couldn't tell. Maybe a beard, but I'm not 100% certain.
Okay. you didn't remember seeing anybody else?
No,
Okay, just this guy.
just him is all I saw.
Okay.
And I don't know if he came in a car or I didn't see anything like that.
You see which way he went after this all took place?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
All right.
Because I was facing the other way.
All right. All right. And then the cops got your clothes that you were wearing? They took your clothes, I think?
Well, I think they cut him in half, so.
Okay. All right. But you, like I said, when you get shot in the leg, you didn't remember if you were seeing blood dripping from here, there, everywhere?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It's dark in our house, so
All right.
I wasn't paying attention to that.
Okay. All right. And then you believe that Heidi got shot in the upper shoulder blade area?
Yes.
Okay. And it was only, like you said, it's just the one shot?
Yeah.
Okay. And there wasn't any kind of, other than you and him kind of wrestling for the shotgun, there was no other fight anywhere else in the house or nothing like that? Okay. Everything that took place right there in that foyer?
Right there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nick, this is, like I said, this is the thing, is that my coworkers out there at the scene, they're doing the search warrant in the house, they're gathering the evidence, going as there as we're going to go. Would it be possible that later this week, we could maybe talk again?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do now, so.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you one thing for sure is, like I said, the house is going to be, we're going to be out there doing the search warrant until later tonight, and then going from there. We could probably give you a call when we get done, and then give you the phones.
Yeah.
I assume you're going to go to your parents' place.
Yeah.
Okay. And your parents are living over on.
Arden Hills.
So they're in Arden Hills.
Yeah.
Is Steve's your dad?
Yeah.
And what's your mom's name?
Julie.
Julie.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's her address?
4277 Colleen Circle.
Hey.
COLLEE.
Circle.
Arden Hills. 55112. When would I be able to go get some clothes?
55112.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I just borrow some of my dad's? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably get some from your dad's. I'll just give you my card here. So if you have any questions or anything comes up, give you a call. You can give me a call. And then we can go from there. Like I said, the medical examiner's office is going to transport Heidi down to their office. They're going to do an autopsy, more likely tomorrow, and that'll have a few more questions for us, or hopefully have some answers for us, maybe some more questions too. So, Nick, do you have any questions for me?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
Can I see my family?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that arranged here pretty soon here. So,
Do John and Linda know?
yeah, they're up there too. So
They know about Heidi.
Yeah.
When did they find out?
I'm not sure when they found out, but everyone's upstairs. So they're up there at the chaplain's office right now. So,
Okay.
Nick, part of me wants to ask you this question. Did you have anything to do with this?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
All right.
Why is there a party that wants to ask that?
Well, Nick, I'm a police officer. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta ask the tough questions. All right. And that's it's a tough question I gotta ask. There's no easy way to do it. And with the information you gave me and everything going on out here, I mean, I'd be remiss. I'd be a bad cop if I didn't ask that question. So, and that's the reason why I have to ask it, and I gotta know the answers to all the questions, and I appreciate you being upfront with me with regards to, certain situations that obviously people don't want to talk about. They want to try and keep some parts of their life personal, and I understand that. And that's the reason why I had to ask that question, because I just, I've talked to people for the past 16 years, and I've asked people questions about whether or not they've done something, did something, and, I've gotten a variety of responses. I've investigated check forgeries, auto thefts, burglaries, thefts, shootings, stabbings, and murders. And I've asked a lot of people that question: did they do it? And that's a question I just need to get answered. And the other part too, Nick, is I'm just going to say it is that if for some reason you might have been involved in this whole thing, I would rather hear from you up front than later down the line. All right. And I know this is a very difficult time, and I know, it's just sometimes people get their emotions get the best of them, okay? Arguments happen. You guys weren't arguing at all last night, were you?
No, almost the complete opposite.
Okay, you weren't arguing at all. All right, well, sometimes, people argue, they get heated, things get, charged up, and next thing you know, people's emotions get the better of them, and they make bad decisions, So, but that wasn't this case, though. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I'll give you a call when we get done. I'll let you know that when we're done down there, when we're done at the house, so I can maybe arrange to meet up with you to give you the phones, and then also let you know what's going on with regards to the house. You're probably gonna want to call whoever's the people at the house, the law firm, or whatever, let them know what's going on too. Then, so you can kind of figure out too, and kind of maybe put things on a hold. Then, so all right. Well, let me go upstairs and get your folks, and then I'll have them come down here. Yeah, I'll have them come down here then. So why don't you hold tight? I'll have them come down here then. So.
After the initial interview with Nicholas Firkus, police diligently investigated his accusations of a home intruder. However, their search yielded no signs of forced entry or any unidentified DNA evidence on the gun, the door, or within the house. The case went cold, leaving behind unanswered questions and a lingering sense of mystery. For 13 long years, the truth remained elusive until a pivotal moment when a secret recording emerged, shedding new light on the chilling events that unfolded that fateful morning. The investigation reignited with the discovery of this crucial piece of evidence, revealing a hidden layer of deception and bringing forth the long-awaited answers. The recording would become a turning point in the case, leading to the indictment of Nicholas Firkus by a grand jury. Through an 11-day trial, prosecutors meticulously presented their case, unmasking Nicholas's web of lies and exposing his desperate attempt to cover up his debts and impending financial doom. The jury, convinced of his guilt, delivered a conviction that would forever alter the course of Nicholas's life. Senior Assistant Hennepin County Attorney Rachel Craker captured the haunting truth, stating he took Heidi's life and saved his reputation. With a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole, Nicholas Firkus became a prisoner of his own making. This true crime tale stands as a reminder of the resilience of justice, the tireless pursuit of truth, and the dark depths of deception that can lie within the human soul. May the memory of Heidi Firkus endure, a symbol of the strength of those who seek justice for the fallen.